Okay, Kim folks. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to go over my overall vision health, and how having COVID and then continuing on with long COVID, how it permanently altered my vision. Uh, I think for people who just didn't have COVID and they are just kind of curious about people with long COVID, because there's so many people that just call bullshit. That's what it is. Like, oh, you were just fat, or you weren't taking care of yourself. Oh, just think it's everything but what we're saying. And then there's actual people who went to school for, studying, the human body, that in various specific areas of the human body coming back like, no, it's a real issue. um, and then again, just to be a name with a face, but okay. After the last, not the last, but definitely the doctor. It was a doctor's appointment where my physician formally diagnosed me with long COVID based off all the lab results that other medical doctors on the team, the cardiologist, endocrinologist, and the neurologist, based off their test and based off her test, long COVID. Okay, cool. One of the things she said based off the stress that my brain was under, uh, my now type 2 diabetes, my weight, my inflamed gastrointestinal system with my liver, fatty liver disease, that there's no way that my vision and dental hasn't been affected uh, uh, by it. She was just being flat out real with me, kid. Okay. So uh, after that, I immediately went on my phone and went on, my insurance provider app, to schedule an eye exam and also schedule a dentist appointment. I did that. Now, care folks, see that phone. So part of the whole struggle of my journey to better vision, the biggest struggle of it was, that phone was eavesdropping. You want to know what? I fell into the trap of the phone eavesdropping. So they can sit here and say these phones don't be listening to you. They do. So after I do that, naturally I did what every millennial does, which was, update my close friends on Instagram about, me having long COVID and all that, and how my vision, and my dental is, heavily affected. Because that's what you do as a millennial. Every news story pertaining to you and only you, because you are heavily self-centered as a millennial, you got to update your friends on your social media. So that's what I did. And on Instagram, it was a lens crafters advertise. Actually, it was so many advertisements for eye exams. But the reason why the lens crafter um, advertising caught my eye, because they were advertising $80 on select designer frames, and one of the designers listed was Tom Ford, and I'm a complete label whore for Tom Ford. It is what it is. Listen, Kim, most of y'all watching this video I've been watching, my videos on my channel, or frequent this channel. Y'all probably label whores for a particular brand too, but don't act brand new. And yes, these are time forwards. Don't care. So I went down to the list characters kinfolk, and they did my eye exam or not, whatever. And it got to the part where they're asking me what looks better. One, two. And I looked at that doctor and I told her, I was like, listen, whatever one you feel I should see better out of, that's what you put down. Because and I know the letters was like huge, like, and I was like, and I still couldn't really focus on it because it was just very much so blurry. And then on my right eye, like a font size, no, two font size lower, or smaller, I couldn't make those out either. So it is what it is. Just go ahead and give me my prescription. And what she told me was that I definitely have, like, cardiac or cornea issues. She doesn't have the instruments to be able to tell. at the lens crafters. Thank you for being so honest. And she suggested I go see this particular doctor that's in my network. Thank you for finding that for me. And those doctors were at Georgia Eye Partners. So naturally, after that consultation, I did the most important thing, which was go get my Tom Fords. Don't come for me. And we had the prescription that particular doctor at Lens Crafters, the prescription she drawn up, put in these frames. These aren't the original. This isn't the original prescription. I'm gonna get into what happened with that. Okay, for Kinfo. So I called my mom and had my mom come down for just because she was also concerned too with like, hearing about the long COVID diagnosis, and me and her we hadn't had some one-on-one time in like a couple of years at that particular point. So she came on down, and shortly after that, that's when I went to go see the people at Georgia Eye Partners. Now, kid folks, listen. This was the sign. This was the first time. God knew that I wasn't taking it seriously at the lens crafters. So he went from handing me a sign on an aluminum plate to like an actual silver plate, so I pay attention to it. So what happened during Georgia Eye Partners? This is how you're supposed to go. So you're supposed to see, an eye doctor, and that eye doctor does their consultation. They do some tests on you, and then after that, they tell you to come back and see this particular doctor who's a surgeon who does the actual eye surgeries for whatever could be wrong with you if you need surgery. You see what I'm saying? So that didn't happen with me. Literally, my first visit to Georgia Eye Partners, I was speaking to surgeons, and the staff was telling me like, "Yo, listen." They told me that, like, listen, it usually doesn't go like that. So I'm like, how blind am I? Like, be for real. And the surgeon that did a consultation on me told me that I needed CAIRS on my left eye immediately, like within 6 weeks. I needed it, and I needed cross linking on both of my eyes within 6 to 8 months. Okay, so we scheduled that, and then I did my research on um, what CAIRS is. Um, CAIRS surgery, what it is they use what they call uh, keratoconus, and basically what that does is saves your corneas from its midlife crisis. Long story short, listen, kinfolk, LSS, and I'm trying to think of it. They put a solution on your as they're doing the procedure on your eyes, just to make sure that when they put you under this machine, and this machine's supposed to shoot out like ultraviolet ninja rays. That's the best way I can describe it. People. Ultraviolet ninja rays. Listen, don't come for me. In fact, my gamer nerds, or my people that game when they were kids. How many I played Marvel vs. Capcom with the Executioner, Gambit, Rogue, Storm, Chun Li, Ken, Ryu, all your usual suspects. Okay, Psylocke, the rings that Psylocke used to spit up that was like shaped like that. That's exactly what it looked like. But but it changes colors. It goes from that ultraviolet to a very like neon orange color, and I think that's the actual keratoconus uh, portion of the surgery. So the day comes and I go in for no careful backtrack. So lens crafter calls me, let me know my bifocals ready now. So I go down to the lens crafter to pick up my bifocals. I look at my bifocals, and I immediately ask them, why does my left lens have a BBL? Like my left lens is a stallion, like my left lens needed to be a rapper girlfriend, like Kim folks. I had to take the lenses anyway, and then if I still can't see out of them after 72 hours, I can report back, and then they'll do an eye examination for free and get my a corrected prescription put in these lenses, and that's exactly what happened. That's what my mom told me to go ahead and do. That's exactly what happened. And I went back 3 days later, and I went with the notes from Georgia Eye Partner, and I saw a completely new eye doctor at the Lens Crafters who got filled in and looked at the notes, and then that is the actual prescription that I'm seeing out of now. So surgery day comes, Kim folks, and me and my mom, we go in, and then they get me prepped for it. They give you a Valium, and then they make you wait for like a whole hour, and then you usually after an hour and a half, they call you in for the surgery. You lay on the table, they scrape off and you're awake for this, Kim folks. Kim folks, I want you to know that you are awake for this. So the doctor, and it's the same surgeon I did the consultation with at Georgia Eye Partners. He was there doing my surgery. So the first thing he'll actually do, he slices off part of your pupil, and he does that to get an examination, or like essentially he's going to examine your cornea from that. Once he examines your cornea and he realizes the indentations he has to do to give your cornea, its oval shape, because you got to think about it's going through a midlife crisis. It's all different kind of shapes, Skin folks. Just trying to act like, if it still got it, you got to put your cornea in its check. Like, listen, no, you're getting older. Suck it up. Just be healthy about it. So once he gets does the examination on the donor tissue, he'll come back, and you're awake for all this, Skin folk. Open your eye up. He'll put like an eye instrument to keep your eye completely open. You can't blink or nothing. And he gets to putting in these nice little, very, he does it very much so gentle, very much so with care. And you don't give a damn because you hear it. You hear them scraping your eyeball. Listen, kinfolk. And it was in like four corners to form, like, again, the oval shape. And then once he does that, they put that, I forget what solution it is they keep on putting in, just to make sure that after the indents, they put it in just to make sure that when they put you over under the machine and they do those ultraviolet ninja that really is the best way I can describe it. That really is. That really, really, really is. Those it's ninja ultraviolet rays, literally like you got a key or something like that, or some type of superpower that shoots out rays, literally just like Psylocke. And they start off ultraviolet, then they turn orange, and then once they turn orange on you, you kind of feel like you're tripping out on some shrooms. I ain't gonna even lie to you, people. I thought I was high as hell. And what that does with the solution after he does those indentations to form it, those keratoconus, ultraviolet, ninja rays, flattens those indentations, thus widening and forming the oval shape that your cornea should be. Besides being that like a complete dramatic experience that I find very much so no one should have to go through, but if you have to go through, you have to go through it. And having all the trust issues left talking about, it's gonna be fine, you're not gonna feel anything. That was the I thought was the worst shit ever. I know. But after that, what they do is they give you some prescription drops. So they gave me the value size of this, and the reason why they gave me the value size of this because I was literally coming back in like 6 weeks for cross-linking in both eyes. You take these, 3 times a day. And then you wait 5 minutes to take the next one. The next one they want you to take is like this little tan one, and honestly, these are literally different types of steroid solutions just to make sure your eye heals faster and to just get rid of the overall stinging. Now this bitch right here, I'm sorry, Kinfo. This gray top, if you have to get the CAIRS or the cross linking, Kinfo, this gray top, it's like putting lava drops in your eye. These are fine. Like this is so soothing. Like I'm listen. Do not ask me to pronounce the names of these because kid folks. No. But yeah, these are fine. Those were fine. Okay, this gray top, kid folk. This gray top. This is your hater. This is your hater. They also give you a temporary contact lens you got to keep it for 7 days. Mine stayed in for literally 5 days. And then you do go back on the second day just to make sure they didn't fuck you up. There's just no other way to explain that. It's just literally a post surgery doctor's appointment where they just check to make sure everything is fine. And then you go back a week later after that just to check to make sure everything is fine. And after that, you don't see them no more. For 6 months after a 6 month checkup. But that wasn't the case for me. And when you go in for cross linking, Ken folks, they're gonna tell you to really eat. Like if you not really a big breakfast person, they just tell you right then. If you gotta get it on both sides, they just tell you to eat. Like eat good. And you find out because they give you a volume and a half. They tell you they will give you up to 2.5 volume if you have to do both eyes. So the reason why the cross linking is so evasive or more evasive than the CAIRS surgery is because what they do with the cross linking is they make multiple indentations in your eyeball. Remember the CAIRS, it was just 4. They went through the corners, and then through the corners they put in a solution and they put you under the ultraviolet ninja rings, and then it flattens your cornea. Okay, cool. This one. So imagine I can. You want to know what? I can tell you based off shapes. So imagine you're hitting every angle in a square. 4, right? Now you go back and basically it's like an octagon, like every angle in an octagon. They didn't. He had already had a sample of how my cornea was with when he did the CAIRS surgery, so he did not have to take off a test layer or scrape off a test layer on my left eye, and then also he wouldn't done that anyway because I really just had surgery on it 6 weeks ago. He did get a donor sample from my right eye, and essentially what happens is they cut in them damn octagon angles after that in your eye, and they're adding like these steroid drops in your eye at the same time as they do it. And then what they get ready to do, they get ready to prep your eyeballs to get baked. Now, kinfolk, baked or put your eyeball in like the suntan machine. That's the best way I can explain to kinfolk. They're gonna take some vitamin vitamin B2 drops, and they're gonna let that marinate. Okay, they're gonna let that marinate. They're gonna let that marinate. Okay, cool. Then they're gonna put you under the. Then they're gonna lower the machine under your eyeballs, and then the ninja rays gonna come spreading out, Kenfo. They're gonna spread it out, and then what you're gonna see is them click and then switch it to the them yellow rings. So you can kind of put it like this. The regular ultraviolet rings, that's the regular projectile. For everybody that play fighting games, that's like the regular projectile. Okay, the orange ones is the super. um, and it's just this process of literally marinating your eyeballs in them vitamin B2 drops, and then sitting under the machine and then having them shoot them ultraviolet rays at you. That is the best way I can explain it. Now, this one wasn't 20 minutes. This was like damn near 2 hours of just laying there going through that. Now, depending on how messed up your cornea is, they may have to go through and do some more scraping. They have to scrape both of my eyeballs twice, at least. They scraped my right eyeball 3 times, actually. They didn't have to scrape my left eyeball any more than 2 times. And again, they just dropping, letting that vitamin B2 drops, letting that marinate, and then they bake it. The amount of existential crisis you go through on the healing process of this, skin folks, listen, I wanted to scrape my eyeballs out, put them in the freezer. Day 3. I'm not gonna hold you. They give you like they give you some painkiller pills, not kills. Painkiller pills. They give you some painkiller pills, but like honestly, they just knock you out, put you to sleep, and yes, you get to sleep through it, but then you wake up and you're just in like all this pain. So this goes from being your friend to also being a hater. This also goes to being the hater, and this goes from being a hater to an abusive boyfriend that's punching you in your eyeball every day, 3 times a day. Kinfolk. Same thing. They put a temporary contact lens in your eye. Supposed to stay in for 7 days. They stayed in 6 times this time. 6 days this time, and you go in for a post-op. Then after that, you go for your second post-op a week later, and then you don't see them for a while. Okay, cool. They also want you to take some artificial tears when they send you home, and this is just what I started with. They want you to use preservative free, and they understand carrying these around as a pain. So then they suggest to you some of these because they're cheap and they're effective. They'll literally hold you till you get home. They were telling the truth about this. I put in some gel drops. Ooh. There we go. Some gel drops at night, and then I found this to be much easier to tote around. Now, Kim folks, this is the bullshit. This is the bullshit. Okay, you can get like 2 of these for like $15-$16, virtually making this $8 a bottle. Okay, cool. This is where you have to use your online retailer. So this one, if you just go to like CVS or Sam's, this is like well over $30. You can get it literally $10 less if you buy it on Amazon or Walmart.com. You'll especially get it for like right at $21 if you're a Walmart Plus member. I'm just letting you know. This, you can get 3 of these at your Sam's Club or your Costco for 3 for $30. $30, excuse me, virtually making this $10 a bottle. If you go try to get this at a Sam's Club, Walgreens, or your mom and pop pharmacy, this is like edging towards $16, $17. I am just letting you know. When I went in for my appointment, my 6 month appointment, they said my eyes were like really dry. So I got prescribed on this, and this is literally gonna be my last box of these. They gave me a 3 month prescription of this. This literally feels like this bitch. And it's supposed to stop your eyes from being dry. My eyes are still like red, but they don't feel dry, and I'm gonna go into why. When I started my supplement journey, which I'm gonna get into, um, my dry eyes kind of sort of not so dry anymore. It's kind of started healing myself, so that let me know I was inflamed. And what I did next was I did my own research, and I found out that people who have inflamed eyes from having poor gastrointestinal system or no gastrointestinal system at all, meaning you have no immune system and have inflamed organs, they are lacking in hyaluronic acid. Okay, so what I did was I did some research on it, and there is a brand called HYLO or Hilo. They don't sell that in the United States. So, Kinfolk, I may order it just for this channel just to see if how it works compared to what you can buy in the United States. And Cystane, listen, Cystane is the GOAT when it comes to artificial tears. They got you. They have exactly what you need. So this right here, this is about $13, $14 if you are a Walmart Plus member. It's about $15 if you buy it on Amazon. I have not seen this. I don't go in Target. I've been boycotting Target ever since they tried to sell people. What was it? It was some. It was like a $90 poof. Remember when all the people was buying them poofs for $90, and it was like, oh, you can only get it at Target, and that's when I knew Target was just scamming us because that was every bit of a $40 poof, but they want to sell it for $90. Talking about it was a woman-owned business. All that they're using women and minorities just to hike up the prices because they know people will buy it. I called them out then, kid. Anyway, I can't find this in a store. I tried. I even went to, you know how sometimes the CVS and Walgreens that's literally right next to a hospital would be like well more equipped than all the other ones. I went to three of them that set up like that, and I have not found these. So you have to buy these online, kinfolk. I'm sorry, but these night and day. Something else that's even better. It's a little awkward, but it is the hyaluronic acid um, artificial tears that you can get in the United States, and they aren't preservative free like Sustain. But now this is a little bit more intense, and yeah, I think it's doing what they want. This Zydra, I believe that's how you pronounce it. What they want that to do for me. So I'm not refilling this. And I already know I'm not. I caught a bone because I got this literally for no charge on my insurance. I've been reading stories about how people need to get another 3 month prescription of this, and it'd be $700, $800 for some tears. Okay. um, my vision, these I think they're too strong for me. My vision is actually better. I see better without these glasses. I need these glasses just to see further away because that's where I struggle at. But I did order some frames after I got my I went back for my 6 month checkup like a week ago with the eye doctor at Georgia Eye Partners, and then they did a eye exam for me. So I have completely 180. It's night and day what my prescription was. So I ordered those glasses that should be in here soon. But yeah, if you or your loved one have to go through CAIRS or cross-linking surgery, that's literally what you can expect. Um, oh, I couldn't drive at night for like 2 months after the cross linking. I could drive at night literally a week later after the CARES. That's how more invasive cross linking is. Um, other than that, those are really the only issues. Um, it's worth it. It's a necessary pain. It's a necessary torture. Um, and I highly suggest again, and if you are a person with long COVID, go see a physician that specializes in it and work with their medical team into making sure that you get the proper care that you need based on your diagnoses. I can't stress that enough. And again, and even if you don't have long COVID, I hope you found this video helpful if you do have to get CAIRS or cross-linking surgery. Okay, kiddo?